We live in a world where storms rage behind closed doors, where the cracks in the walls tell stories that no one dares speak aloud. The bruises, some hidden, some visible, tell stories of battles that are fought in silence. Too often the conversation circles only one side of the story, but the truth is this: storms don't discriminate. They tear through lives, uprooting men and women alike. It is undeniable that for generations, women have borne the brunt of these storms. Their suffering profound, their resilience extraordinary, and their voices have risen to demand the justice that they deserve. But as the winds howl louder, we must ask ourselves, what of the men battered by the same tempest? What of the silent cries drowned by the thunder of societal expectations? Pain knows no gender. Violence does not seek for permission before it strikes. And yet we're here, pretending that one side of the story does not exist. When the world says that men don't cry, it prisons them into a prison of silence. It's an old song that has been passed from generation to generation, that boys should harden their hearts and swallow their pain. Mwanaume ni kujikaza, si ndio? Be strong, they are told. But what strength is there in isolation? What courage is there in pretending that the wounds do not bleed? That son, that brother, that husband, that father who has been bruised by the storm carries his pain like a shadow, hidden but always with him. The scars grow deeper, the silence heavier, and the man. We have built a society where vulnerability is a crime for a man and a burden for a woman, a twisted norm that serves no one and harms everyone. We must all call out the misconception that we have built around masculinity, that the idea of being a man means to softness is a weakness and compassion is a fall. And while we are at it, we must also dismantle the myths that emotions are a weakness, exclusive to women. These are not truths. They are lies forged to bind us in pain and misunderstanding. Imagine if we could break free. Imagine if these storms could be stilled by empathy. A world where the words no longer whisper, but sing a song of healing. Where a man's tear is no longer seen as something shameful, but a testament of his humanity. Where a woman's voice is not the only one heard, but part of the larger chorus that demands change for all. Silence breeds shame. Shame breeds isolation. And isolation, it breeds despair. Despair that festers in the dark corners of our hearts and our homes. But what if we could be the light? What if we can say enough is enough? Enough with the silence, enough with the stereotypes, enough with the idea that pain has to be endured alone. The storm does not care who it hurts. It does not care for gender, for age, or for status. It is indiscriminate, and so should be our outrage, our empathy, and our action. We need to rise not as men or women, but as humans together and fight this storm head. When the walls speak, let them tell a new story, where the cracks are mended, where pains meet with understanding, where no one, man or woman, has to suffer in silence again. This is not about choosing sides. It's about breaking the cycle. It's about ending the violence and recognizing that when one person is hurt, the whole humanity trembles. Violence has no space in our society, and we must make sure that the sorrows and the storms of tomorrow never mirror again in the ones we are facing today.
Andy Max Entertainment. Feel it. Experience it.